Shalom royalty, it's Ellie here, and yeah, I'm looking a little wild right now. My hair was straight, and I washed it out. This is what my natural hair looks like right after I wash it out and deep condition it. And so it won't always look like this in all my videos, but I did want you guys to see what I look like in my most natural state. I just want to be 100% authentically me, and I don't really want people to hold me to a particular standard of anything. I don't want anyone to ever hold me to a particular standard at all. So, if I can't be myself here, then. So, I'm going to start today by reading the verse of the day, and it is 1 John 5:14. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. Let me tell you guys a testimony I have from the other day. So, okay, just a little backstory from what I do. I was in a previous business relationship, and it was with my husband and business partners, and it just didn't work out. So the business partnership ended, and I was in a 2-year non-compete agreement. Now, while people could argue that I could have done business outside of it and all that stuff, I don't like contracts. Because the thing is, you never know. My particular ex-business partner keeps up with me. And so if I had made really too much money or made it big to a certain point, there's no telling if they could have sued me and been like, well, we have this document here saying that, they've been doing business, they made this much money, all this stuff. Because I did actually close like 1 or 2 deals outside of that contract, and they were aware of it. Because I do have a real estate platform and I use it for educational purposes. But regardless, though, had I continued to show people my deals to celebrate or walk them through how I did it, anything that particular person would have known. There's no amount of blocking enough that people can do. It's weird. Depending on what may happen, I may end up blocking that individual just to, have a little more privacy. But regardless, though, I'm out of the contract, so there's nothing they can do to me legally. I just don't like them. But regardless, I couldn't do my regular form of closing real estate deals for about 2 years. And so it ended at the beginning of last year. So up until now, I've been doing what's called lead generation, where I'm getting my business back in order. I'm by myself now, no longer have the business partnership, and no longer have my husband here to help me. So I'm having my family help me, and I'm going to be hiring other employees to get things, going back how it's supposed to go. And so, well, with that being said, during that time, I've been educating people and bringing people together in my real estate community to help educate them, bring people into a space where they can invest in real estate, they can get into the industry. So I got everything taken care of. I was able to be consistent for a while, and now I have my online course that people can buy so they can take that next step. So now that I have the online course finished, I can take my own business a lot more seriously and take care of that. So with all that being said, I really had no money like that last year. I really didn't. And that was leading into this year. And so, people get confused sometimes, and it's like, well, you do real estate, you're supposed to have money. And it's like, well, it's also business. So I haven't invested enough time yet back into my new business, my rebrand. I haven't invested enough money or time into that. I have to build that up. And so that's what I've been doing for the past year now. And with that being said, like I said, I didn't really have no money like that. So when my husband left, he also cut me off from, he no longer was paying my phone bill. So I had to find a way to take care of that by myself. When I tell y'all, living in the will of the Most High will get you through anything. Bro, when I tell you, what is scripture is this? 1 John 5:14. I've been living in his will. Not to say that I've been perfect. I made my mistakes, had my issues, had too much fun sometimes throughout 2020. But every month when my bills would come up, I'd be like, God, can you make a way? And he always, every time You don't have to be some amazing pastor, apostle, preacher to live in the will of God and for him to take care of you literally. If you humble yourself before the Lord and you're like, Lord, can you take care of this for me, please? Like, I don't know what to do. He'll always make a way. And that's what people, like to call law of attraction. But it's like, literally, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you are already being a particular way, you're going to be that particular way. And so when you have a connection with the Most High added with that, it just makes things, for one thing, it makes things, you really just have the peace of God. You don't worry about anything. Like where I used to be worried about my phone bill, like, oh my gosh, how are we going to pay this? Like, even when I was with my husband, it was like, how are we going to pay our bills? And I have to think about what he's going to do in order to pay it. I wasn't really praying to the Most High like that while we were married. And so once I started to develop my relationship with him, then my marriage started to dissipate more and more and more and more, especially when I was like, really just going through my spiritual awakening. And so it was like, now that I no longer have a man to depend on, I have the Most High to depend on. And he is so faithful. When I tell you the Lord is faithful, you're not going to get any more. Like, I shouldn't even have to say this, but sharing our testimonies is just one of the beautiful things about being in our walk, with our community, as far as being a believer goes. And it's just, he does it every time. And it's like, you can't control God's timing. God has his own timing. So where you think you should have the money or you should have the thing or the resource, weeks in advance, you're supposed to have things in advance. God can show up at the very last minute of the very last day of the very last second. Does it change the outcome? No, it doesn't change the outcome at all. But you're stressing yourself out because you think God should be ahead of time. Nobody said God had to be early. And I was going to make a melanated joke, but I'm going to save that for another time. But that's the thing. That's what I really don't understand about us. Sometimes it's like we want to rush God. We want him to do what we want our own time. Yet we don't even dedicate that much time to him. Like, I literally was in prayer for about 4 minutes this morning. And I recognized, I'm like, I pray for about 4 minutes every day. Like, I usually don't time myself when I pray. I just wake up at 3:30. And so I realized when I was about to pick up the scriptures, it was 3:34. And the day before that, it was 3:34. Day before that, it was 3:34. I was like, so I can consistently pray for 4 minutes. So I'm thinking to myself, like, what if I consistently pray? What if I intentionally pray for 10 minutes? That would take a lot more, I guess you could say brain power, but, when I pray, I don't read anything, at least not anymore. When I was interceding for people, that's probably what I need to do. I need to intercede for people again. I would read particular scriptures pertaining to whatever it is I'm in intercession for. And so that might be what I need to do. I'm just not sure yet. I got to communicate with him, but I'm just glad he revealed that to me. Like, hey, you pray for 4 minutes. And so I think that's really cool, though. My dedicated time to him is roughly like 10 minutes total as of right now. I really want to get it to like 30 minutes. At least giving God the 30 minutes that at least, I don't see. We expect God to do so much for us. And a lot of people can't give him 60 seconds in a day. Like I do, I watch videos of believers. I watch videos of Hebrew Israelites, but I am watching their teachings. I'm not spending my time with the Most High. So anyway, I am kind of getting off track, but I would just want to reiterate this passage again. It's 1 John 5:14. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. And that's the thing. Like I said in Proverbs, as a man thinketh, so is he. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. We have to have the confidence in the Most High. If you don't believe and you ask God for something, he might give it to you, but there is no guarantee that he's going to give you anything. Because if you don't believe him, Jesus will also always say, according to your faith, the will be done. Like, if they didn't believe that the miracle could happen, then it wouldn't happen. Now, that was rarely, because, I mean, the thing is, they were in the presence of God. So it's like, oh, yeah. When he was back at home, it said that he couldn't do that many miracles and stuff because they didn't believe. It was because of their lack of faith. So it just is what it is, man. You have to have that confidence in the Lord and be 100% in him. And so, yeah, that's what happened to me today. What's today? Yeah, my phone bill was due today. So I paid it because I was like, Lord, can you give me some money so I can pay my phone bill? He provides a way every single time. Every time. So now it's time for me to step up, though. Like I said, I got everything taken care of on the back end for my business stuff. And now for my educational business stuff. So now I have to take care of real estate, like business, and do $1,000 deals, like 5-figure deals. That's the norm. My deals, I haven't made over $5,000 yet, but now that I know the numbers, I'm better with negotiating. I have a better buyer frame and all that stuff. I won't get into it too much right now, but now that I have that knowledge, I will be able to do better. So that's what I'm doing. Let the strength of the Lord be with me and my confidence with him. So yeah, I'll talk to you later, Royal Team. I love you guys so much. And thank you all who have been, with me for this time. It's been like a month and a half, roughly. We got like 21 subscribers. I'm not here for fame. I don't want this. The thing is, the Lord has been showing me that this could be like my claim to fame, for lack of better terms. But like, I could get very, very popular over here on this channel. I'm not here for the popularity. So if my numbers start to grow, that ain't for me. That's for the Most High. All praises to him. That is for him. That is not for me. That's why I don't even tell y'all that much information. Y'all don't even know my real name. I don't want to tell y'all my real name. So if you happen to find that out, cool. I mean, whatever. Makes no difference to me. Y'all just know me from this channel. So that's all it is, man. But I'm going to go ahead and go. All praise to the Most High. Shalom, royalty. I'll see you in the next one.